watching Wish TV, Indiana's only statewide TV news network. This is breaking news.
We have 2 officers that are lucky to be alive today.
Breaking news, 2 IMPD officers shot in the line of duty. 1 suspect killed by police. Now Indianapolis police say their officers were shot by an assault-style rifle.
We are fed up with it.
Emotional words from IMPD saying the city is at war. As Mayor Joe Hogsett says, it's time for the city to do its part.
I'll be damned if we aren't going to do everything we can to identify, to arrest, and to punish those participating in this illicit marketplace of death.
Take a look at your screen right now. This is the video of the dramatic moment of 2 IMPD officers being raced to the hospital after being shot. They are in the red pickup truck, escorted by fellow police at high speed. That's just one of the intense moments in that shooting that unfolded this afternoon.
And we've been following it all day long, and new information still coming in by the minute. Our full News 8 team has been working this story. We start tonight with I-Teammate's Cody Fisher. Cody, you were at that shooting scene this afternoon.
I was, and guys, what we know from IMPD is that this all started with an Indiana crime gun task force investigation, and it ended right here at 30th near North Rudiers Avenue, and this is the scene right now. 30th Street is now open at this point. The incident crime vehicle command center is now out here. There are forensics teams out here, and what we know is that IMPD identified the suspect in a vehicle that started the chase near 30th and Post, which is about a quarter mile from where I'm standing right now. Police tried to spin that vehicle twice unsuccessfully. That's when the suspect turned into a business parking lot that was a dead end, and they got stuck in between the business and some homes that are nearby. That's when the shootout with police started, and according to IMPD, the one of the suspects in the vehicle opened fire on police. 4 officers opened fire back, killing that suspect. 2 of those 4 officers were hit by the suspect, and they again were taken to the hospital. They are expected to be okay. But listen to IMPD give us some more information about this shootout.
1 rifle, AR-15 type rifle, is with the suspect who is deceased on the scene. 1 of the police cars is riddled with bullets in both the hood, the side of the car, the grill, and both the front and back windshields. The passenger in this vehicle fled from the scene and was apprehended a short while later near the location by members of the task force.
Now, according to IMPD, that passenger who ran away from police was arrested and taken to IMPD headquarters, where right now they are being questioned. Right now, forensics units are here on the scene, processing this scene, because we still have not heard exactly how many shots were exchanged between police and this suspect who is dead here on the scene. Reporting live on the east side, Cody Fisher, Wish TV, I-Team8.
Cody, thank you. Let's bring in I-Team8 senior investigative reporter Richard Essex. This shooting motivated intense, emotional statements from IMPD.
These are comments that I have never heard from a member of IMPD's command staff, and about half of the command staff is still at the mobile command unit behind us. Now, this started today as part of a CJIC, or the Crime Guns Task Force investigation, which is basically managed by IMPD with the participation of several other police departments around central Indiana, including Lawrence. Lawrence and IMPD had some people that they wanted to talk to about some guns that they may have had. Those guns got turned on 4 officers today during the investigation.
They have one mission: to make our community safer and to protect them from people who on a daily basis use firearms against their neighbors. We are fed up with it. The community should be fed up with it, and we have 2 officers that are lucky to be alive today, and they're doing exactly what we want them to do, despite all the odds, despite everything that's stacked up against them, despite all the criticism they take every single day. They put on the uniform today and went out to get the people who are terrorizing our neighborhoods. We all owe them a debt of gratitude.
Those are not the kind of words that you typically hear from a member of IMPD's command staff. Now, the rifle that was used today by the suspect will be taken down to the crime lab, downtown Indianapolis. We'll have ballistics done, and then that information will be sent to the ATF to see if this gun can be connected to any other crimes, either here in Indianapolis or around the country. On the east side, Richard Essex, Wish TV, ITEAM 8.
Richard, thank you. And as we said at the top of the show, our traffic cameras caught the moments the officers were driven to the hospital. Take a look at your screen if you missed it. The red pickup truck in the left lane of I-70 is carrying the 2 wounded officers, escorted by fellow officers to Eskenazi. Police shut down the interstate for several minutes. We want to go live now to Eskenazi, where News 8's Katira Winfrey continues our live team coverage. Katira.
Well, Phil, we've been talking about that passionate response that we've seen from law enforcement. Well, Mayor Joe Hogsett and IMPD Police Chief Randall Taylor expressed similar passion. Just before coming to speak to us around 3:30, they got a chance to go inside Eskenazi and actually meet with those officers who were injured. They say not only do those officers deserve our prayers, but they deserve our prayer and admiration. As you can imagine, the scenes both at the primary scene and here have been active. When we first got here, there were several dozen police cars. The sirens, you can hear them continuing to sound in the distance. And police were on scene directing traffic, kind of setting up a precaution here at the hospital as they waited for word for their fellow officers. Now, police say this thing is just another part of the war on guns that we have in this city. And they say this is a very important time to take account of that and not only have police officers step up and do more, but also have the community step up and say something. And so this is what the mayor had to say when it comes to gun violence in the city.
We not have the ability to shut off the faucet of guns that pour into Indianapolis. But I'll be damned if we aren't going to do everything we can to identify, to arrest, and to punish those participating in this illicit marketplace of death.
I spoke to the officers and to their families. Incredible people with great attitudes after such a tragic event. And I believe they'll be back out on the street in short order. I'm glad they exist. I'm glad our officers exist.
And Lawrence Police Chief also spoke briefly, not giving a lot of details, but only saying that this started as a firearms investigation. And police say while these officers are recovering and they hope to see them back on the street, they're not quite ready to release their identities as they're still assessing the threat level. For now, reporting live in Indianapolis, Katira Winfrey, Wish TV, WishTV.com, and like us on Facebook.
Katira, thank you. You can find all the newest information as we get it. Just grab your phone, scan the QR code. That will take you to our homepage where you can find this story.